Just your standard 10-5 win in 11 in the desert with
Easy.
100 different things that transpire. The Padres using the entirety of their super pen and being undefeated when they used those 5 relievers, although they did it unconventionally. So back and forth we went. Padres trailed, took a lead. Mason Miller allowed a 2-run home run, only to see the Padres offense come to life. 10 runs, 5 of those in the 11th inning against one of the worst bullpens you're ever going to see, which was Arizona. They tried giving the Padres this game well before the 11th inning. So make your way in and subscribe to this channel. We are trying to get to 9,100 subscribers. We should do that tonight with your help. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do it. What are we, Jim? 15 subscribers away? 16 subscribers away from 9,100?
We are currently 15 subscribers away from 9,100. We can only do that with your help. We see the chat. It is hype tonight, even though it is 10:43 p.m. on Tuesday. We're 15 away from 9,100. The road to 10,000. We're hoping to get to 10,000 before the playoffs. We'd love to get there before September, but we can only do that with your help. So please please subscribe to this channel to help us get to 10,000 subs.
100%. If you want to become a member and get those custom emojis, including the Miller time emoji, which might be a jinx, click the join button down below. You get a Five Guys emoji as well. If you want to contribute and support the channel and you want to see your comment on screen, click the $ below the chat box. We see the 3 super chats that have already rolled in from Rocket and G Rockin and others. We'll get to all of your supers. See that one from Tyler. We'll get to all of the supers after we discuss this game. We're also going to introduce a new partner to the wrap-up show here tonight as well. Where do you even start? Yeah, exactly. There's a spoiler alert in there if you're looking at the top of the screen. And we've told you the story about this partner, and we're excited to work with them. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. But first things first, where do you start? I mean, you start at the end and work backwards. Ramon Laureano, clutch hitting all night long. And, Yu Darvish goes 4 innings, and the Padres end up winning this game 10-5. Mason Miller, the newcomer, allows that 2-run home run on a 103.9 mile per hour pitch. The fastest pitch ever thrown that goes out for a home run in the StatCast era. But the Padres, Jim, win this game 10-5. I think all's well that ends well. They've evened this series. They can win this series behind Nestor Cortez if they win tomorrow.
Because they won, we'll start here. Ramon Laureano is paying dividends already, just 5 games into his Padres tenure. He has been such a massive upgrade for this team in that spot in left field. I know he dropped the ball tonight. It felt like that happened days ago. It happened actually in this game where he dropped the ball that he's going to tell you should have caught earlier in this game. But other than that, tonight from Ramon Laureano, amazing. I mean, his at-bats, he's confident at the plate. His OPS on the year, John, is over 900. I think it's at 900. He leads the team. Now, I don't know if he has enough bats to qualify, but still, he has a 900 OPS on the year. He's just such a solid player. Defensively at the plate, it's night and day from what the Padres had in that spot. I know Sheets was in left, so he's in that position, but I'm viewing it as he took over for Trenton Brooks, and that's the move. So the upgrade from Trenton Brooks to Ramon Laureano is like the size of the Grand Canyon. That's how big of an upgrade you got when you replaced Brooks with Laureano. His numbers speak for itself. It's just 5 games, small sample size, but he is already impacting this team in a huge way. I put it out there. I know you put it out there as well.
You saw my tweet?
Yeah, I liked your tweet. It's a good tweet you had. Yeah, it's a very good tweet. It's almost exactly like my tweet.
Yeah.
But in just 5 games with the Padres, he's got a double, 2 triples, a home run, 5 RBIs. He's hitting 364. He's slugging 727, small sample size, and his OPS is 1,091 in the 5 games that he's played for the Padres. Just a so far massive upgrade, and hopefully he continues to. I don't know if he's going to play at this level, but if he just continues to play at a solid level, which what he's been doing all year long. Just a massive upgrade for this team there.
I 100% agree. He's going to sit right in the middle of their lineup. It'll eventually play out that way. I don't know where he'll ultimately settle into this lineup, but to be honest with you, where they're batting him right now is working based on the numbers you provided. By the way, someone just asked how to become a member. Click join down below. You get emojis like this. So click
See if that works out tomorrow.
down below. We can use that tonight and tomorrow for Nestor Cortez. But you're right. Ramon Laureano has been terrific. We spent a lot of time today talking about Ryan O'Hearn not being in this lineup as a right-handed batter. Again, I think because you win the game and because you end up scoring 10 runs, I know 5 of them were in the 11th inning. I know it was a bit of a grind, and I know they had opportunities that they failed to convert on earlier in this game. But they won. So, it'll be some for today and some for another day. I'm sure he'll be in the starting lineup tomorrow against a right-handed pitcher. The story in a loss would have been Mason Miller, who, had a batter struck out. The walk would have been a strikeout in the ABS era, but it was a missed call by the umpire. And then Lourdes Gurriel, who's just a terrific hitter, who homered twice tonight, takes him deep. And I mean, you can't take someone much deeper than that against that 103.9 mile per hour fastball. Yeah. It's like we said the other day. I mean, I saw Morejon a couple of days ago allow 3 runs. I saw Estrada the other day allow his first run in forever. And now we've only seen Mason Miller twice. I'm not going to lose sleep, truthfully, over him allowing that home run with 2 outs in the inning after that missed strike call by the umpire, but we'll see it all play out. I mean, this idea, I said it day one, this idea that you're going to hold every lead with this bullpen is complete fallacy. Mm-hmm. To ask 5 pitchers to all be really good at the exact same time is asking for a decent amount. And by the way, some of these pitchers tonight were excellent, including Robert Suarez, who won the game for them. By the way, he came on there in the 9th inning, first and second. Who did he face? I mean, he got out of a ridiculous spot in the 9th and 10th inning. So I thought Robert Suarez won this game for them. But again, I think sitting on leads and asking 5 relievers in succession to hold those leads sounds good in theory. We'll see if they can actually do it in the real world or not.
It's funny because you know how Schilt was like on Sunday, can't use our bullpen for 5 innings all the time. Yeah. Tonight,
7.
Saturday, 5. Sunday, I believe it was almost 5. I think it was 4.
Who pitched Sunday?
Cease.
Right.
Yeah, it was 5 and die for him. And I didn't listen to the Schulte presser, but I know today he was praising JP Sears of how, man, he helped us today to help us tomorrow, even though he sucked yesterday. I mean, looking at it now, it's like, okay, tonight you needed to use every single one of your relievers. And, for 5 games in, and you said they would do it only 3 times the remainder of the season. Well, they've done it once this year so far where they use all 5 relievers. Now, it didn't particularly work out how they wanted it to work out.
Yeah, this was a necessity.
Right. But if Mason Miller got through that inning, they were going to go to Robert Suarez in the 9th.
Yeah, that was the plan.
And so they would have used all 5 of their relievers with a lead. And now, looking back at the game, you could not have lost this game. I mean, the Diamondbacks bullpen is atrocious.
I mean, they handed this game on a silver platter. I mean, 4 consecutive walks after Ryan Nelson.
You could not have lost this game. And thankfully they didn't lose this game, or else tonight on the wrap-up show,
oh my gosh,
the sky would be falling. I mean, it would just be a bloodbath tonight on this show.
Well, here's the other thing, though, to your point.
Thankfully, that didn't happen.
The brave and courageous Yu Darvish, and that's what Mike Schilt called him in pregame, that Yu Darvish was both brave and courageous, as if he's like fought for this country. I don't know what he was talking about, truthfully. But, I mean, Yu Darvish went 4 innings, Jim, and threw, 60-something pitches? I can't be convinced that Yu Darvish is having this renaissance because of the one start at home when he went 7 innings. Like, sorry, I'm not convinced of it. Yes, Arizona's lineup is good, but it's not nearly as good as what it was a month ago. Mm-hmm. And secondly, what are his pitch counts in these 5 or 6 outings? He had the 7-inning performance where he was given a leash. Otherwise, it's 60 pitches and 50 pitches and 70 pitches. I'm used to seeing Yu Darvish being given a 100, 110 pitch leash, and maybe that happens in September or October. But Yu Darvish going 4 innings and not looking like himself in 5 of his 6 outings is a concern for me. Now, there's a lot of time. It's early August, and it was all solved with the win. But, I mean, I don't think he completely turned around his career based on that one outing at home and moving his arm slot is my takeaway after tonight.
His number of pitches thrown in each start, 63, 83, 69, nice, 69, nice, 76, 72.
That's nothing.
My observation without knowing anything, his arm's cooked and they're trying to conserve it. They are making sure that they get him healthy to the postseason. That's just my conspiracy theory gut feeling. His arm is done. It might be a ticking time bomb, and they don't want to push it. And they rather max him out, or at least say, all right, you get 75 pitches an outing, then push it to go to 100 and 100 pitches. That's just what I think. Because it was just a very weird injury to start his season, and then not to know anything for like 2.5 months. And then his rehab was very weird, how he went out and pitched, and then he, stopped for like a month, and then he went back out and had like 4 simulated games before he got back out on the mound. That's just my take. And whatever you get from Yu Darvish, you get from Yu Darvish, but I think the arm is cooked. And I think that, they know something we don't. Maybe that led to why he was calling Darvish brave and courageous today before the game. But hey, look, gave the team a chance to win 4 innings. Obviously, you like to see more. It is what it is. The most important thing is the results at the end of the day at this time of the season. And we've talked about that. Like, I don't care how they get the wins, just pick up wins as any way possible. And they got the job done tonight. And the 11th inning was fantastic. At one point in the game, they were like 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They ended the night 6 for 19.
Yeah, they were 0 for 7 in this game. And then, they strung together all those hits at the 11th inning against that beleaguered Arizona bullpen. All right, make your way in and subscribe. All right, there's about 600 people here live. If you have not subscribed to the channel, tonight is the night. We're going over 9,100 subscribers with your help. And we said about 15 away. So if you're new to this channel, if you're here live or on replay, subscribe. Let's get to 9,100 subscribers. Smash that like button for us. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Let's get to these supers as we react to this game. Click the $ below the chat box. Rocket, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, free Ryan O'Hearn, who in an 11-inning game did not appear off the bench either in this game, nor did Gavin Sheets. So we talked about their lack of defensive flexibility today on John and Jim when Manny Machado DHs. Now, Machado could have gone into the field if they wanted to. They just didn't. And Ryan O'Hearn did not appear in this game. They scored 10 runs. They busted out all these hits. But it was a huge talking point heading into this game, and thankfully they won with Ryan O'Hearn on the bench.
Yeah, we're not going to go too hard on this because they won the game. They scored 10 runs. They shut us up. And, I'm sure Ryan O'Hearn will be in the lineup tomorrow. But there were moments of this game that it could have really backfired on Mike Schilt. Thankfully, it didn't. But there were definitely moments in this game where you're like, what are you doing? Right? Especially with Jose Iglesias not being pinch hit for multiple times in this game. You pinch hit Freddie Fermin against a lefty in, I think it was
early.
6th, 5th, something like that. I forget. This game took forever. You're going with the matchup there. That means that you can't pitch hit for the catcher later in the game because you don't have any more catchers on your bench. And if you want to pinch hit for anybody in the lineup, you're pinch hitting for Jose Iglesias, but that would then mean you lose your DH because you have to put Manny at third. And I'm sure the goal was to get Manny off his feet for an entire game. So essentially, when you think about it, John, they went into this game knowing if that, like Ryan O'Hearn and Gavin Sheets, there was no lane for them to get in a bat in this game, unless this game went to I don't even know, but there was no lane for them to get a single at bat in this game. Because if you're Torey Lovello and the catcher spots come up and there's a runner at second base, you're throwing a lefty up there because you don't want them to pinch hit O'Hearn or Sheets.
It's a fair point. I think you're right heading into the game. That's what you're thinking. But in the 10th inning, there's no reason why you can't just pinch hit if you wanted to. You could have used Ryan O'Hearn and just put Manny Machado in the field. Are you really so hell-bent? I'm saying the Padres that Manny won't play in the field at the expense of winning. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I think you use your bullets available to you in that 10th inning. Now, again, it works out in the 11th inning. Mm-hmm. So it's not a massive talking point, but you could have easily put Manny in the field, pinch hit Ryan O'Hearn, you lose the DH. It doesn't matter. You have multiple players still on your bench, including Gavin Sheets. And you're never going to be in a situation with the runner at second base where you have like a pitcher batting, for example, later in the game. So it's kind of neither here nor there, but you are right. Heading into the game, they basically made it a true off day for Gavin Sheets and Ryan O'Hearn because of their lack of defensive flexibility with Manny DHing the game. That's fair. And he's not going to DH in postseason games, correct?
No.
So, I mean, it's a product of they get him off his feet every – I don't even know how many games at this point, but it's a fair point over these final 40-something games. Let's get to some of the supers. G-Rock in 80 says, Ramon, new nickname is Razor Ramon. If you know, you know. Padres tweeted out actually top Ramon, like top ramen tonight.
2 out of 10 tweet. Be much better. Padres social. Be much, much better. Like,
so dumb.
What the fuck? Guys, come on. It's top Ramon. When that got
saying,
sent,
I mean, listen,
dude.
Fernando Tatis Jr. Thank you, G-Rock. And 0 for 6 tonight with Fernando Tatis Jr. Now he did score a run in extras. He was a runner at second base. He did walk once in this game, so he reached base safely one time in 7 plate appearances. He was 0 for 6. I think his batting average is down to 261. His OPS is under 800. I mean, we could look at his numbers, and I mean, again, there's a 2-month stretch in here where his numbers and his batting average are awful. I don't know. We've harped on it. I mean, the horse is dead. We can't say anything more. I mean, 0 for 6 it's not good. But I mean, how much more can we talk about it?
Yeah, it's the same song and dance every day with Fernando Tatis Jr. as he continues to struggle this season and have no consistent power in his bat, rolling over a lot. His OPS is below 800. Oh, but he's walking a lot. It's just. And at this point, it is what it is, and you're just going to have to hope that he finds it one way or another. I mean, the other moves in the lineup that I think you're going to see is maybe Ramon Laureano moved up, but he's doing well where he's at, and it's a real threat when your 7-hitter is doing stuff like he did tonight.
Hell yeah.
Right? I would be scared because, while Xander gets on base a lot and he's getting a bunch of hits, dude's still hitting 150 with runners in scoring position on the year. So that would kind of scare me a little bit. But when you think about it, like, okay, if Xander gets on, no one's on in front of him, then you got Ramon Laureano there behind him to, hopefully drive him in. If they're going to score 10 runs in a game, there's not offensively too much to complain about as far as like where guys hitting the lineup. Some moves that we mentioned, right, with O'Hearn and Sheets, very valid head-scratching moves that thankfully didn't bite them in the ass tonight. But if they continue to do this, like if they decide to give Manny another day at DH and have
they will,
and have Iglesias at third, it's like it makes the opposing manager's job very easy late in the game to just, hey, we're going to make you burn your catching bullet early, and then we're going to force you to not use Sheets or O'Hearn because clearly they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, other than I'm not concerned about it because it's not something that will play out in the postseason. And because there's 48 games left, if they get him off his feet 4 times the rest of the year, it's a conversation we're only going to have 4 more times in a close game, and against a left-handed starter, it actually makes more sense to maybe have Sheets and O'Hearn on the bench. But tonight was against a right-handed starter. It's not something again, I obsessed over it earlier because we have a 4-hour radio show, as we like to say. But I mean, after winning the game, it is what it is. It's not going to happen in the postseason. Tyler, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, "I'll die on the hill. Iglesias should not start another game. I get it, nice defensive play, but you acquired O'Hearn for real capital, man. I mean, listen, Iglesias." Glove was a part of this win. I mean, you think back to his double play that he turned there on the Gurriel ball with Suarez on the mound. I mean, that's a massive moment. Obviously, if he doesn't make that play, we don't even know if the Padres win the game. Arizona could have won the game there in the bottom of the 10th inning. But, yeah, I mean, he's only hit like 210 or whatever he's hit this year, so he struggled offensively. His OPS is super low. I think everyone wants to see more of Ryan O'Hearn. And I think with time we probably will, is going to be my guess. But you know how Mike Schilt is, and Jose Iglesias – talking about lanes, he's going to have a role. Like Jose Iglesias will have a role. He's not just going to sit on the bench for the next 2 months.
No, defensively, The guy might be the best defender on the team. Think about that.
I think he plays a better defense at third than Manny.
I do too. This year, I think he is better defensively than Manny. And I think second base, and if you want to put him at shortstop, go ahead. I think you could argue he's the best infield defender this team's got. Right? That's it's valuable if you're a bench piece, but they have a plan, I'm sure. It just kind of felt odd tonight seeing it because it made you scratch your head. But like I said, thankfully they scored 10 runs. They had 14 hits on the night. They had a bunch of extra base hits, and they took advantage of an awful DBacks bullpen. And now if you go out and you win tomorrow, yesterday's bad 6-2 loss doesn't feel as bad anymore.
Better get some length out of Nestor Cortez in his return to the mound tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll see about that. All right,
Cortez the killer, baby.
You're going to need him to be a killer tomorrow. We're going to get back to the super chats. And we normally tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, around now. And we will tell you about Mark coming up. But we do want to introduce a brand new partner to the wrap-up show. Remember these guys, our friends at Lucky Box, okay, are a brand new partner on the wrap-up show. And you might be saying to yourself, Lucky Box? What's Lucky Box? These are the collectible vending machines that you find now throughout the country. There's a ton of them in Las Vegas. Jim and I were there for Mountain West Football Media Days, and we were both aware of this company. And it's a vending machine where you can get either sports cards, you can get sports jerseys, or you can get Pokemon cards. And they have some other items in there as well, like golden ticket items, where someone actually today won Fernando Tatis Jr. signed cleats because they won this golden ticket and they won signed cleats, which is like this incredible, thousands of dollars item. Well, we go to Vegas, and we were both jazzed up to do this. And I just, sign up for a Lucky Box, vending machine. I put in the credit card, and you're going to get a mystery, right? It's a mystery box. So this box spits out, and boom, if you didn't see it earlier, Fernando Tatis Jr. signed card right there comes out in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. Well, we're excited to work with them now, because now our viewers, the next time they're at a Lucky Box vending machine, and by the way, one's coming to San Diego soon, not yet, but soon. Closest right now are in Vegas. They got a lot of them. If you put in the promo code Padres, all lowercase, in a Lucky Box vending machine, you're taking $5 off. And you can walk away with something like this: Tatis's cleats, signed jerseys, Pokemon cards, and more. So it's just a terrific, cool idea. I think if you're a sports fan, if you like trading cards, if you like Pokemon, if you like baseball, whatever it is, you got to check these out. I mean, this was such a cool experience. And we're excited to partner with Lucky Box. And again, use that promo code the next time you're in Vegas and get $5 off. The promo code is Padres, all lowercase.
Yeah, and as John said, Lucky Box, it's a very fun thing to do if you like cards or if you just like memorabilia, because they have authentic signed jerseys. They have special authentic signed cleats. Like one person just got a Fernando Tatis Jr. authentic signed cleats in Las Vegas as recently, I think, as yesterday. Muhammad Ali signed gloves. They have all these types of special authentic signed gear going into these Lucky Boxes. So if you are a collector, if you like Pokemon cards, if you like baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, they have it all inside of these Lucky Boxes. It's just a really cool concept. We checked it out in Las Vegas. John obviously got the Fernando Tatis Jr. Beckett 10 signed Fernando Tatis Jr. card. So if you're in Vegas anytime soon, which Vegas is a quick 45-minute flight here from San Diego, and you see a Lucky Box, there's seven Lucky Boxes in Las Vegas. I could be wrong on that, but there's a good amount of Lucky Boxes in Las Vegas. Just go to their website. They'll tell you where they are. Just use the promo code Padres, all lowercase, PADSRES.
And to everyone's point, listen, since I got this card, Tatis is probably hitting about 090.
Right.
Including 0 for 6-9. But when I pulled this card, I was super excited. And honestly, pulling a Padres card out of a mystery vending machine it could have been anyone. It could have been a Cincinnati Red. It could have been a Buffalo Sabre. It could have been any sport, any player. And to get Fernando Tatis Jr. was super cool. So thank you, Lucky Box. Decided to work with Lucky Box here throughout the course of the baseball season. All right, let's get back to this conversation in these super chats. John and Jim with you. Subscribe. And thank you for the supers. Click the $ sign below the chat box. Let's see here. E-Racing with Dale, appreciate you, man. He says, LFGSD, hard-fought win. Miller didn't look great. Have to move Toddy ASAP. He looks horrible at the plate. I mean, listen, nobody's set on the lineup. Nobody's set on the lineup with what's playing out here with Laureano, the way he's hitting. I mean, they can still make a change to the lineup. I don't even know. I mean, we can do hypothetical lineups if you want. You can move Tatis down. But I go back to the point I made all summer when the Padres weren't hitting. Change pieces, but players still have to hit. You know, just because you move Tatis doesn't mean he all of a sudden becomes a better hitter. It's possible, but it doesn't automatically make him a better hitter. So that's my point on that. I think it's more on Tatis to find his footing than it is to move him in the order. But I mean, I'm open to the idea of it. I don't think it's some crazy concept to move him out of the leadoff spot. But again, I don't know if that's going to save Tatis.
And then just rewind a little bit here, because we have so many promo codes. I obviously did not give out the right promo code. It's just Padres.
You're such an idiot. What'd you say?
I said Padres. Because I'm so used to Pods rap. It's just Padres. Padres, all lowercase. Padres, all lowercase.
Not Pod S-R-E-S.
Padres, all lowercase. That's the discount code if you go to a Lucky Box anywhere in the country.
And tag us if you use it.
Yes.
Put it on social media, tag us, use the promo code. It's super cool. You'll enjoy it the next time you're in Vegas. I promise you. You'll enjoy it. But I mean, do you agree? I mean, if Tatis moves to the 4-hole or the 2-hole or anywhere, I mean, does that mean anything for Fernando Tatis Jr.?
No. What's it going to mean?
Yeah.
What's it going to mean? You know, he's going to take a slumping guy and move him to another spot in the lineup? Like, I really don't know truly what's wrong with Tatis. I mean, you could chalk it up to just a slump, but like this is going on for a while now. And he's not the only player in baseball that's doing. I mean, have you guys seen Mookie Betts lately? Mookie Betts is
not lately, all year.
Mookie Betts is way worse than Fernando Tatis Jr. this season. And I mean like significantly worse than Fernando Tatis Jr. this year. So who knows? I mean, guys have bad years and whatnot, but it just, I think it's a bigger deal with Fernando because of his story and his history. You know, if he never got popped for PEDs and if he didn't have all these injuries, you could chalk it up to a bad season, or maybe there's an underlying thing there, right? But when you have the story of, hey, you got popped for PEDs, and before PEDs, you were a 960 OPS guy and hit 42 home runs. And after that, and your shoulder surgery and wrist surgery, you can't hit 30 home runs. You can't stay on the field. And oh, by the way, your OPS is like 800s, high 700s. It's part of the story, unfortunately.
It's a huge part of the story. I mean,
but he did that to himself.
We spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I mean, forget about that for a second. He's just kind of lost. I don't know what it is. He's clearly in his head with the power stuff. Again, he's found ways to make it manageable enough where you don't have to talk about it every day. And then there's a day like today and you have to talk about it. But I mean, 4 home runs since May 28th. It is inexcusable for a player, Fernando Tatis Jr.'s quality and caliber. Steven, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super assist. Can we talk about Razor Ramon? I need to create a Razor Ramon
100%. What are we doing?
By the way.
Razor Ramon emoji in the chat coming soon.
Yeah, that's coming soon. So click join and you'll get that emoji hopefully in the next 24 hours.
And as soon as John makes it, he'll go 0 for his next 22.
Say that again?
So as soon as you make it, he'll go 0 for his next 22.
Exactly. Says our new left fielder, not the wrestler. What a pickup by AJ. I mean, he's provided real value. I mean, immediately, as Jim told you, the five games and what he's hit here, what he slugged. They needed it. They simply needed it. They needed a jolt to their lineup, which had been improved in the second half of the year. And now it's, arguably vastly improved since the trade deadline. I know it's a small sample size, but what they score 44 runs on the homestand. I know they scored 2 yesterday, but 10 today. That's 6 runs per game over those 2 games. I know this game went extras, but offense is better, Jim. We'll see how good it can get in the second half of the year. But this offense, I mean, I don't think it's a reach to say this offense is better.
Oh, the offense is better. There's moments still where the ugliness of their offense rears its head, but they're a better offense for sure. And when they're playing bad teams, the pressure gets put on, and you just feel it. Like when you're watching at home, if you're watching at the ballpark, you just feel it. Like, all right, this team is just better than the other team, and they're going to make them pay.
Mhm.
That's how I felt
Agree.
like tonight in
Tonight.
extras. I'm just
I
like,
felt that before extras. I thought
Yeah.
they would just break through in the 7th or 8th or 9th. They didn't fully break through until they broke through.
right, that they are, I think, going to eat up bad teams for the rest of the year because they've done that all season long. If they're healthy, I just think that the pressure that they'll put on the bad teams, I think is just going to carry the day. And even if they play sloppy like they did at times tonight, the pressure is going to overwhelm the other team, and they're going to break through eventually, and they're going to win a lot of those games.
Completely agree. I think that's well said. I think that they will break through a lot on offense. We'll see over the next 48 games, but I completely agree with that, especially against these lower division teams, so to speak, like Arizona. Andy, appreciate you, man. He says Tatis needs to get back on the gear.
No,
I don't know what he needs to get back on. He doesn't need to get back on anything other than finding himself offensively. That's not our job. That's his job. It's basically solely his job to figure himself out right now. Too late in the year, man, to go to Victor Rodriguez and say, fix me. It's Fernando Tatis Jr., okay? It's time for Fernando Tatis Jr. to play to his abilities. Tyler, appreciate you, man. He says Tatis needs to be moved off the leadoff spot ASAP. 0 for 6. You just can't have that Laureano jersey in the card, and mad props to Bobby fastballs. I mean, does he need to be moved off the leadoff spot ASAP? I'd probably argue that. I don't think he needs to be moved off the leadoff spot ASAP, but I do recognize that he has not performed well enough.
Here's why I wouldn't move him off the leadoff spot. He has a 364 on base percentage.
Very good.
That's why I wouldn't move him off the leadoff spot. And you just hope and pray that he gets his power back. I'm skeptical of that, but he has it in him somewhere, I think, to go on a hot stretch and hit, 7 homers in a month. But the reason why I would not move him off the leadoff spot is because his on base percentage is very high and he walks a lot. If you were just take away the name Fernando Tatis Jr., what you want from your leadoff guy is to get on base, correct?
Yeah, especially when it's 100 points higher than your batting average.
Right. So with his high on base percentage, the walks that he draws, I mean, he has a career high in walks this year with 40-something games remaining.
Yeah.
That's why I would keep him in the leadoff spot. And he knows he's struggling. I mean, Darnay pointed it out on Twitter. Dude's going up there with no batting gloves on. He knows it. He's trying anything possible to get going. It's just he's all messed up right now. He's all messed up.
Tonight wasn't good, but I'm with you. 364 on base. If this is a lower point and he can turn some corner, I mean, if he finishes this year in the 370s with his on base percentage as a leadoff hitter, that's going to be considered a damn good job in terms of doing your job in that spot. Wifty sent, thank you, man, for becoming a member.
Thank you. Or
click that join button down below. If you want to become a member, you can get this Cortez the Killer to signify his first start as a Padre for tomorrow.
And other emojis as well, not just that one.
5 guys, Rockstar GM, Miller Time. There's actually 15 emojis right now. So become a member by clicking that join button down below. And like Jenny said, please subscribe. I think we're about 13 subscribers away from 9,100. So please subscribe to this channel. Let's get to another super chat. Padres win in 11, 10-5 over the Diamondbacks in Phoenix. Tyler, appreciate you. He says, perseverance shown in the win tonight. Regarding Tatis, I feel his swing looks different after being hit in the forearm in Pittsburgh. I mean, does it? I haven't seen any side-by-sides. He changes his approach. He changes his toe tap. He's looked different up there over the last couple of months, but I think he's done that somewhat routinely. I don't know how different he looks since that moment in time.
So funny. They win 10-5, and like every one of these super chats is about Tatis going over 6.
Yeah, very little of it is about, it's funny, like the super pen, Miller's in that spot, and he doesn't hold the lead because they won the game.
Right. I get it.
Know?
And Tatis is very polarizing, and Tatis has been struggling of late. He's got 4 homers since May 28th. That's odd.
Very odd.
He's hitting 148 over his last 7 games they're just not good numbers. It's a bad year. offensively for Tatis. Not a good season. Hopefully he can have some impactful moments here in the next 2 months, though.
I'm just hoping at this point for October. And again, maybe that's wishful, but we saw it last October, so hopefully he does it again.
Yeah.
Cam, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Says Miller served that one up down the middle, and he got timed by a great hitter. I mean, that thing was timed beautifully. It was ridiculous.
It was insane. He turned on that 104.
The swing from Gurriel was so gorgeous. Move on. He was throwing 104 gas, and we're lucky to have him. That's my take. I mean, the batter before he struck out, he didn't get a call. The next batter takes him deep. I mean, you're going to be facing some really good lineups potentially. Hitters as good as Lourdes Gurriel, right? Philadelphia, the Alonsos with the Mets, that Dodgers lineup. I mean, it's going to be tough. Look at what Milwaukee's doing right now in offense, for example. So, I mean, we're asking him to be lights out. So that's the expectation. Thankfully it's August 5th and they won, and it's not October 5th and they lost. That's a completely different conversation. But yeah, he's going to have to get going. He has time to get going, and they're going to need him to be at his best, coming up in the next couple of months.
I'll say this about Mason Miller. And I've said this, today and last night, when you make that type of deal for, the number 3 overall prospect in all of baseball, potentially the number 1 overall prospect in baseball next season, the player that you get back, you got to get production out of. And especially with just a reliever, a guy that's not going to be out there every day, right? He might throw 12 to 15 innings for you the remainder of the season, right? I mean, 15 appearances.
A little more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, so in those 15 to 20 innings that you're going to get out of this guy remainder of the year, you have to be close to lights out. I'm not saying it to be perfect. Clearly tonight he wasn't, and they won the game, so all's good, right? They lost the game, and that was a big part of it. I have a feeling that this entire show tonight would be about just that. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. They won the game tonight. But I'm telling you, man, the guy's got a 4.02 ERA this year. You have to be better, and you're going to be put in some big spots this season. I know you throw 104, but clearly that 104 sometimes gets hit out of the ballpark, like we saw tonight. Now, again,
how many times has he been taken deep this year?
It's I don't think 104 is going to get taken out of the ballpark a lot. I think it's the hardest pitch that was thrown that's been hit for a home run in the history of the sport. I think I've read that.
No,
right?
since StatCast.
Since StatCast, right? Okay, he's allowed.
He allowed 4 with the A's. That's a lot.
He's allowed 5 home runs in 40 innings pitched.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
So there's no excuse. He's got to be better because they can't afford him not to be. And if he's not this lights out guy and Leo DeVries turns into a stud, unless they win the World Series, that's going to be viewed as one of the worst trades ever.
We're way far in front of that.
I'm just going down that
way
path.
Far in front of that. It's 2 outings. Let him work with Niebla.
I know.
I remember when Josh Hader got here. I get your point.
Yeah.
But my point is, I remember when Josh Hader got here. I know they didn't trade Leo DeVries for him. People were advocating. I was advocating for him to be sent to AAA. Like, he has to be fixed. He is unfixable right now. He couldn't hit the side of a barn. And then he closed 3 games against the Dodgers a month later. Plenty of time. You have to bet on what he is capable of being. And we've seen what he's capable of being. You couple it with Niebla. His true value is provided in October, not right now. That's his true value. And I'm with you. He's going to have to be good in October, as will Robert Suarez and Jeremiah Estrada and so on and so forth in October. If that plays out, I could care less about Leo DeVries. If it doesn't play out, it was always going to be second guess, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So it has to work because it's a big trade. And that's the risk that you take when you're making a big trade and you're AJ Preller. I mean, there's a high level of risk involved, but when you're trying to win at a high level, I understand it. So let's see how it plays out. Obviously, you don't want to see him giving up 2-run home runs in the postseason. And thankfully, tonight wasn't the postseason. And we'll go from there. But there's just too many variables right now. Miller, DeVries, Sears, give it time.
100%. Like, yeah, he has to be good. He has to be good for this team. This team is going for it right now, which we all appreciate here. We got over 700 people watching on a Tuesday night at 11:30
at midnight. Yeah.
Everyone appreciates how they are in win now mode. We all do. I'd much rather be talking about a team that is in contention and has hopes of going to a World Series than a team that's around 500. Right.
Or a team that was, if you're Arizona and like we're doing a wrap-up show for the Diamondbacks, like, hey guys, I know we're 6 games under and we're not making the postseason, but trust me, DeVries is coming next year.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's great. And listen, some people would be excited about that. And we were excited about Leo DeVries. And I think he's a very good young player with a bright future. But I'd much prefer to be playing for right now than playing for the future. And I think the Padres are doing both. I think they can win today. I think they can win in 2026. I think there'll be a time it gets harder. Manny's not going to get younger. Xander's not getting younger. So on and so forth. Tatis isn't producing. So, there's challenges. Darvish, he might retire at the end of this year. But in the exact moment we're living in, where the Padres have equaled the Mets for the second wild card, where they're 3 games behind the Dodgers for the division lead, where they're a couple of games behind the Cubs for the top wild card, everything is in front of this team, and they don't have to put it all together today. It would be nice, but they have to put it all together tomorrow, so to speak, in these weeks ahead, and certainly once the postseason starts in a couple of months. Tyler, appreciate you, man. I think you had this super earlier. You said, what did O'Hearn do to Schulte? I know Iglesias had a good play. Yeah, we read this earlier, so appreciate your super. He followed up by saying they won the game, but Schilt was rage baiting me. And I think he was just talking about some of the moves or lack of moves in this game here tonight. Let's do this. Let's get back to the conversation, Jim, because we've got a lot to discuss and a lot to get to. We do want to remind our viewers about our title sponsor here on the Wrap-Up Show, Mark Nimitz, who's been with us for 4 years on the Wrap-Up Show. Any insurance need, get in contact with Mark. Lifelong Padres fan, native San Diegan. I've got 3 insurance policies through Mark: homeowners, life, earthquake. You can as well. He does auto. Before you renew your current policy, get in contact with Mark. He's going to be there for you if you ever need him. Trust me. He's been there for me and my family. Anytime I call him, he'll drop anything and take care of it. He'll be flying on a plane to Hawaii. He'll email me back immediately. So he's a great insurance agent with great service and communication. He does auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. Click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online. Call Mark. He will talk to you about the Padres. I promise you that. He'll also talk to you about saving money on your insurance. So if you support this channel, please get in contact with our title sponsor since day one. He has been with us for 4 years on YouTube. Get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on that ticker below, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right, let's get back to it. Padres win in 11. Obliterated bum, thank you for the super, says Tatis best left first because he grounds out so much.
I'm not sure what that means.
But he has grounded out a lot more in 2025 than he was previously. When he flies out to the warning track, unfortunately. Correct. But thank you, man, for the super chat. Mauricio, appreciate you. Says props to the best pod show. Not corny, not aggro, just funny in facts. You were harsh on Arise on radio, but love the Schilt impression. What do we say about Arise? I don't even remember. What did we say about Arise?
I have no idea. What did we say on Arise?
No, we were harsh on freaking Sears.
Yeah, it was Sears. I don't remember.
I have no idea.
I don't remember, but yeah, appreciate you, Mauricio Machado, for that. Yeah, I mean, we tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is.
Like I put out a stat today. I put out a stat. Yeah. I just said, Xander's hitting 154 this year with runners in scoring position. Yikes. Some guy commented, he's like, all you do is just like, what did he say? I don't even remember. It was along the lines of like, all you do is just be a downer. I'm like, okay, well, that's like a factual stat that's like, I think kind of important to point out when a guy has runners in scoring position, he doesn't get the job done. But
also important to point out, he's hit 312 since June 10th. And homered and had 2 hits tonight.
Absolutely. And he has definitely improved over the start of the season. I much prefer this version of Xander than what we were seeing pre that Dodger series about a month ago. Because that was ugly.
That was a low.
That was ugly. This is a much better version of Xander. And this is a Xander that actually has shown confidence, getting on base at a pretty high clip, actually contributing to this team, not being a giant black hole like he was. And for the most part, playing solid defense, even though tonight he had a little trouble throwing the baseball to first base. But other than that, like, he's been ready for this, John? He's been solid.
He has. I listen, he has to hit with men in scoring position. The two things can be true. He has struggled in that area, but he's actually picked up his play in general. And yeah, he has actually been solid. And he's certainly not weighing this team down. Although I will say in the postseason, when every at bat is elevated and every time there's a runner at second, you need to produce. You can't be playing a short series and going 0 for 5 with men in scoring position, for example. Like, you're going to have to break through in those spots. E-Racing with Dale, appreciate you, man. He says, just not a fan of Luis Arraez batting after Tatis, no protection.
I mean, had a 16-game hit streak.
I was going to say, is it not protection? Do we say it because he doesn't hit for power? But he's on base constantly. He started the rally today, for example, in the 11th inning. What does he hit, Jim? 400 over his last 18 games? It was 400 over those 60. So, I mean, this guy's red hot. I mean, it's not like this is a 190 hitter. Okay, he's not a pure slugger. I mean, it's not a freaking Kyle Schwarber batting behind Fernando Tatis Jr., but Luis Arraez has won 3 batting titles. That should be enough protection for Fernando Tatis.
His last 30 games, he's in 314 with an OPS in the 750s. Over the last 15 games, he's hitting 355 with a 394 on base.
Yeah.
That's protection.
It's protection. It's enough. Again, like, Fernando Tatis Jr. should be good enough that he doesn't have to have Shohei Ohtani bat behind him. Like, he's got to do his own bidding because that's what's playing out around Major League Baseball with other players. Hendrick, thank you, man. He says,
thank you, Hendrick. I wanted to talk about this.
Okay, he says, reminded fans why he is the closer. Awesome 2 innings. Actually came in with 1 out, right? In the 9th inning for Peralta. Tatis on base has been good at leadoff, just needs to find his extra base power. Crazy game. Yes, I mean, Suarez, we touched on it briefly earlier. I mean, he was basically the reason why you got to an 11th inning, right?
Suarez was fantastic tonight. Just fantastic. An inning and 2/3, coming in there with trouble on the base paths. We know his history with Arizona. They even showed it on the telecast. Like, his numbers versus Arizona compared to versus everybody else, it's night and day. I mean, he is awful against Arizona. You know, his first appearance in the big leagues was a blown save in Arizona 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Walk-off. Was it 2022? Yeah, 2022.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was 2022. Wow. Yeah, I remember because I was in my garage.
Yeah, that's right, because that's the year he was dominant all year long.
Yep. And then but anyway, this was just a vintage, just dominant Robert Suarez performance tonight. They don't win this game without him. Picked up the slack of Mason Miller and Wandy Peralta. Just a sensational job by Robert Suarez tonight. And, you know, the question of like, oh, will Mason Miller get save opportunities? No, I don't think so. Unless Robert Suarez is down. If Robert Suarez is down, then he will. Exactly. But if Robert Suarez is not down, he's the closer of this team. No question, with Mason Miller, you know, kind of struggling this season. It's not just with this one game with the Padres. This season alone, Mason Miller hasn't been as good as he was last year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if Suarez is down is when Miller will get his first or next opportunities. But the way closing works in the major leagues, and as good as Suarez was tonight, you have a shaky outing, and Mason Miller puts together 3 scoreless outings, and people will clamor. It's the backup quarterback theory. People will clamor for a change back there. But I'm with you. As of right now, it's Robert Suarez's job to close games. Hendrick, by the way, earlier gifted 5 memberships. So thank you, Hendrick.
Oh, that's
so
good.
5 of our viewers that were here have become members of the Wrap-Up Show. We're well over 100 members right now. If you want to join, you can click the join button down below. You get the custom emojis and the badges. If you want to gift memberships to people watching the show right now, we appreciate that as well. We had like a little bit of like a gifting membership train going the other night because of our buddy Par 3's Club, who like gifted 30 or 40 memberships the other night. So we appreciate you, Hendrick, for doing that. For those of you that are members, use the emojis in the live chat or in the comments down below if you're watching on replay. Jared, appreciate you, man. He says Miller never would pitch to Gurriel. with a better ump. Again, next year, ABS, challenge, inning over. This year, it's not the case. He throws 104. I could see how you miss a pitch because he throws 104. It was a painted corner pitch. It was a strike. Go look at, StatCast, but he didn't get the call. And then the next batter took him deep. So that alone isn't going to be an excuse in the postseason because umpires do miss calls. It happens all the time. Next year, it's solved because every pitch is going to be challenged. This year, it's a fact of life that's just part of the sport. And we've talked about it for years on end.
I still can't believe that Gurriel turned on a 104 and then hit it 107 off the bat out. Like that, it just doesn't make any.
Yeah, when did he start swinging?
It doesn't make any sense how he hit a 104 mile per hour fastball. I think I retweeted it from Sarah Langs. Because it's crazy. Where is it? Yeah, Sarah Langs. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Off a 103.9 miles per hour fastball. Homered. It's the fastest pitch homered off of under pitch tracking. So essentially 104 mile per hour fastball. He hit it 107.1 miles per hour exit velocity.
What was the distance? I never saw the distance. I didn't look it up.
I can find that for you.
It felt like it went 450, but maybe not.
I can find that for you. I just think that, look, did it suck that happened? Yeah, but if you were just like an innocent bystander, no dog in the fight, watching, you're like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
It was insane. 439, right?
Yeah. Where is this thing here? All right. So, yeah, it was 107.1 off the bat. 439 was the distance. Off a 104 mile per hour fastball. Like, how is that possible? Like, what?
I don't even know, man. How do you turn around 104? But, it's the big leagues. What the adage in the big leagues is big league hitters can hit fastballs, even at 104.
That's wild.
Let's see here. Quan, I am BB or Bebe, thank you, for the super and the membership.
His name is Steve.
Is it Steve?
I think
that's what we said.
Sorry. He's going to hate us. He's like, my name's not Steve.
That's hilarious. He says Padres are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Not bad. Arise was hot. Now he's not.
Yeah, hold
on. Arise had a 16-game hitting streak going into yesterday and had the biggest hit in this game today. He's still hot. Machado's unbelievable, by the way. You talk about a constant. How many hits did Machado have tonight? 3? Thought he homered, hit a ball like off the left field wall.
Yep, you had 3 hits tonight. You had what is it here? It's 3 for 5 tonight.
3 for 5.
2-run score with a walk.
This guy's unbelievable.
Guys having just as consistent as a season as you possibly could have.
I went down a path that I shouldn't be going down the other day, which was all-time career hit leaders and what it would take to be like top 15 all-time, like in the history of the sport in terms of career hits. Because this guy, again, he's got to stay healthy, but like there's no question he's on a pace not just for 3,000 hits. He can blow through 3,000 hits. That's how ridiculous his pace is. He's doing things that nobody's ever done by their age 33 season. His consistency is basically unprecedented. There's very few players ever, specifically his position, but basically anywhere, 350 home runs by this age, 2,000 hits by this age. And that is what it is. Nobody cares about that right now. What I care about right now is this guy's unbelievable. He's hitting 302. He's dangerous in the batter's box. His OPS, Jim, he could finish with a surge. He could get his OPS near 900, truthfully. It's at 867. So he's just put together one of his better years. Other than finishing second in MVP voting, this is his best year as a Padre.
I want to see, because I haven't really taken Ohtani's probably going to win the MVP. Maybe.
Schwarber.
Ohtani right now, his season, he's out there pitching every 5th day, I think, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But like his year, I hate how when I go to Ohtani's page, it's like it shows him all his pitching stats.
I know.
He's hitting 276 with a 981 OPS, 38 homers, 73 RBIs.
And look at Schwarber. He's hit 40 home runs, right?
Schwarber leads the league in homers. 250. I mean, it's 40 home runs, 94 RBIs. Jeez, 973. I mean, Kyle Schwarber could legitimately win the MVP this year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Manny finishes higher than third.
I think Manny's going to get obviously top 5 votes if he continues
100%.
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick for those that care about it, to be top 20 in the history of the sport, you'd have to pass Tony Gwynn in career hits. That's 31-41. I'm not putting that past Manny Machado. 31-41. Really? I'm just telling you, he's under control for the next 8 years. If he plays another 8 years in the major leagues, he should blow past 31-41. Truthfully, shouldn't he? I mean, that's 1,000 hits in 8 seasons.
And then they'll have an ad on commercial on Padres.tv this day in Padres history that will play 7 million times.
3,000th hit probably won't happen in Montreal, but there'll be a statue
along with Jeremiah Estrada striking out 13 consecutive batters.
Exactly. Hendrick says Arise versus Manny for the batting title. Isn't it still Will Smith right now in the National League?
No, it's actually Freddie Freeman.
Is it Freddie Freeman? Okay.
Freddie Freeman's hitting 302 on the year. Sorry, 303. Manny's hitting 302. Arise is 294. So like Will Smith is like back and forth. My guess is they're going to give him just enough at bats for him to qualify.
Yeah. He entered the day hitting 321.
Yeah, and if his batting average remains in the 320s and the next closest is like low 300s, then even if he misses out by like 6 or 7 at bats, he'll still win it.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. But there's still an opportunity, outside opportunity for either Arise or Machado to potentially claim a batting title in 2025. Guys, get to Petco Park this weekend. Padres are coming home in just a couple of days. A huge series. Bogaerts against his former team. The Red Sox will be in San Diego, and we want you to take advantage of this terrific offer from our friends over at SeatGeek. If you use the promo code PODSWRAP, that's PADSWRAP, you're getting $20 off your order of $50 or more at SeatGeek. Click that link in the description down below. You heard me right. $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more with the promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. And listen, this is a huge series, weekend series against the Boston Red Sox at Petco Park in downtown San Diego towards the end of the summer with school getting back in session over the next handful of days. And you can get in, but it's going to cost about $95 to sit in a seat. $95 with fees for Friday night against the Red Sox. Take $20 off your order of $50 or more. And you can do that with our friends at SeatGeek. So make sure to get out to Petco Park this weekend and click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, it's MLB's official ticket marketplace. So your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. Just use the promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with the promo code PODSWRAP.
Tomorrow, the Padres will play for a series win in a place where obviously they have really – I mean, Arizona is so challenging, clearly.
Get out of Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, they're 2-3 in Arizona this year, and that includes tonight, a game that was very losable, that they found a way to win. And it's Nestor Cortez. I have no real expectations. I have no idea. He hasn't pitched since early April. We've never seen him in a Padres uniform. It'll be his debut for the team. This guy was very reliable a year ago in the major leagues, but was dealing with an elbow. Earlier this year, I was told, I think I looked at his rehab numbers before this trade. His rehab numbers were outstanding. But again, it's rehab. In AAA, he made 3 or 4 starts. So, listen, this guy's pitched a lot of major league games, Jim. He's pitched in some big games as well. He's a veteran starter that likely sits in the back half of your rotation from now until the end of the year, assuming his health. And I'm curious to see what he looks like when he makes his Padres debut tomorrow night in Arizona.
Well, the one thing that I want to see from Nestor Cortez tomorrow is a little bit of length, because the bullpen, everyone was used. So can you give this team 5+? Can you get into the 6th? Might be a tough ask, but look, you can't go out tomorrow and give you 3 innings, right? Because then guess what? Yuki Matsui is going to come in the game, and every Padres fan is going to lose their shit. Why is Yuki out there? Why is Yuki out there? And they have to do it. So get some length tomorrow, or just blow out the D-backs. Like, score 10 more runs. Then Nestor Cortez can give up 5. So do that. But if it's a close game tomorrow, that's that's going to be nerve-wracking.
My guess is we take the under on his innings tomorrow. So 4 rehab outings, 18 innings, which is actually a decent amount of innings, but less than 5. And then the major leagues this year, he had made 2 starts. He had thrown just 8 innings before going on the IL. So like he's not fully built up. Maybe there's a scenario he gives you 5 innings. I'd probably take the under, just looking at the fact that he hasn't pitched all year and he's been rehabbing. But to your point, listen, nobody in this bullpen was asked to throw 2 full innings, maybe other than Robert Suarez. Like the guys that threw 1 inning are available again tomorrow, then you're off Thursday, for example. So yeah, I'm relying a little bit on the offense. I'm relying on Nestor Cortez to go, 4 2/3 plus innings, hopefully. And you got to get out of there with the series win. Everything's great. You took the series from St. Louis, great. You take the series from Arizona, terrific. You're coming back home this weekend to take on Boston. Get out of there with a series win. A good point from Hendrick, who says we do have Sean Reynolds because they option JP Sears. By the way, Mike Schulte was asked by Kevin Acee today, are you considering a 6-man rotation once you get later into the year? And Schulte kind of bit back at that idea, saying that, yeah, well, you're giving some of your starters extra rest, but you're really taxing your bullpen because by taking one member of your bullpen away,
right,
like you're putting yourself potentially in harm's way. And also you're seeing less of the guys you want to see more of. For example, Nick Pivetta or Michael King, if he is healthy. So I think they're going to stick with the 5-man rotation. And I think that Nestor Cortez is that 5th man, assuming his health.
Yeah, at this time of the year with 40-something games remaining, I want Nick Pivetta out there as much as possible. I want, Dylan Cease and Darvish and Michael King. Like those guys need to pitch a lot. That's why I was also like, hey, Mason Miller, he's got to pitch a lot. The bullpen, got him. You got to use them as much as possible because, you're in a sprint and you got to win as many games as possible. Results are the only thing that matters. And so, yeah, we'll see what Cortez does tomorrow.
What's the series between the Red Sox series and the Dodgers series? Is it the Giants?
Giants.
It's the Giants at home, or
it's the Giants on the road.
Okay. Because this was the stretch where we said, well, they could really be tested. Boston, San Francisco, LA, San Francisco, LA. And we'll see. I do think that's, you say that out loud, and that's a bit of a test, I would say, coming up for the Padres over these next. And beyond that, by the way, Seattle. You go to Seattle, who swept you here. So you start to look at the upcoming stretch. And I know San Francisco hasn't played near as well recently as they did, obviously, when they were going in the first half of the year, but they've shown some signs of life. So Boston, San Francisco, LA, San Francisco, LA, Seattle. That's a stretch, man. That's no walk in the park. So let's see how they deal with that. But then on the other side of it, Jim, you've talked about all year, Minnesota and Baltimore and Colorado, a ton. You just got to get through the next, 5-6 series here to feel really good about your chances.
Yeah, that September schedule is staring you in the face of that's the light at the end of the tunnel. Now you got to get the job done, and you got to actually go out and do it. But on the other side of this, man, it's very light schedule in September and the end of this month with Minnesota, and you get into Baltimore and Colorado for 7. And 3 against the White Sox. And then you finish up against Arizona at the end of the year when they will all be ready to go on their vacations because their season will be clearly over.
Yeah. 27-21 is 90 wins. 27-21.
That's very doable.
Very reachable. And truthfully, they can surpass that number by playing to what our expectations are for this team, especially with that schedule, 28-20. Yeah. Right. 29-19. That's all within the realm. That's definitely within the realm of possibility. They could probably play better than that as well.
100%
down the stretch. So we shall see. Guys, we do want to remind you about our partner on the wrap-up show, Underdog Fantasy, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. Click the link in the description down below. Use the promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and a free gimme pick. What does a free gimme pick look like? Looks like higher or lower than a half total point. For example, for Asia Wilson, this week in the WNBA. You can play across sports. You can combine WNBA with baseball, for example, Padres Diamondbacks. tomorrow night, and we can take. Are we taking higher than 3.5 strikeouts for Cortez? That seems aggressive.
Yeah,
let's
do it.
Do it. I think Tatis, right? I mean, he's homering so often. We got to take Tatis.
Yeah. You got to take Tatis. Homer.
Shoot, Bogaerts homers every day if you include today.
Yeah.
So if those things happen, think about that. Bogaerts, Tatis, and Cortez strikes out like 3 dudes.
That can easily happen.
Yeah. Then $10 pays $1,700. You can flex it, and you don't even have to get everything right, and you can still win big. So click that link in the description down below. Play along with us on Underdog. Simple, easy. Get the promo code PADSWRAP. Get the 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Post that free gimme pick.
Yeah, scan the QR code above my head right here. M limits at
farmersinsurance.com. That's the promo code for Underdog.
Tired. Pods Wrap is the promo code for Underdog Fantasy, PADSWRAP. When you sign up, use the promo code, start playing, win some money now.
Promo code Padres, PADSRSESRSP.
Shut up.
Okay, here's the deal. I didn't want to sign off before we get to 9,100 subscribers. If you're here on replay or you're here live and you haven't subscribed to this channel, I know some of you haven't, just because you probably just haven't thought about it or done it. Just click the subscribe button. We're 9 subscribers away from 9,100. 9. As Jim would say, we're 9 subscribers away. We're 9 subscribers.
We're 9 subscribers away, guys.
So please subscribe to this channel. Please smash the like button for us. Please follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Let me get to this from our buddy Part 3's Club. He says, "Thank you for the late show, boys. Dude, we're here for you, man. And thank you for the t-shirts. Make sure to check out par3s.club. If you're a Padres fan, he's got some awesome gear up there. We're going to give a t-shirt away to a viewer of the wrap-up show as well. Check out par3s.club.
Yes.
We showed off some of the gear yesterday, so make sure to check that out. But thank you, man, for your support of the channel. But yeah, subscribe. Thank you for the super. Thanks if you are here on replay. Thank you to those that become members, which would include our buddy.
We're 7 away now.
Club. 7 away.
Come on, guys.
7
away.
We're 7 away. 7.
We are 7 away.
We're just 7 away.
All right. We are 7 away.
Right. We're not 6. We're 7.
We're 7.
Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Our new partner on the wrap-up show, Lucky Box. Get to Vegas. Use the promo code Padres. SeatGeek. And also Underdog Fantasy as well. I can't even deal with this. Subscribe to this channel. When we wake up in the morning, we want to see 9,100 subscribers. We're back tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. We're back tomorrow at 2 p.m. on John and Jim. Join us. Kevin Acey will be on the show. We'll get you ready for the series finale. A ton to react to tomorrow on John and Jim. San Diego Sports 760 iHeartRadio app. We also have a YouTube channel as well. 4 hours getting you ready for the Padres tomorrow, beginning at 2 p.m. Then tomorrow night, right here on the wrap-up show. So for Jim, I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show. Thanks, guys.
Peace.